Hi everyone, Toridey, another fine day, another very, very beautiful day. And for those who know me, it's about our community. It's about talking to people who are doing things that are great for the community. It's about reaching out to individuals who have decided, you know what, in as much as I'm here for myself, I will be nobody without the community. I'm always about people who think community, people who want to push our community, people who feel like, you know what, I have all this potential, but it will be nothing if I don't impact my community positively. Today with me, I have, I don't know if I should call them brothers or friends or colleagues or people who think alike
All
or
the
any,
above.
like it's just, the list is just long. But I'm happy and welcome to the room, my people. Yeah.
Thank you, Toridey.
Okay. So we have one, two, three cameras. Um, we ignore the cameras and we just have a conversation. If one is saying me, I dey talk from this end, but as now already know,
You have a
I'm
camera
going to
facing.
manage all this
Yeah,
stuff.
I know.
And I hope Sunday will be we'll get money, we'll hire people then.
I'm telling you, that time will come.
Yeah,
Just told you no even been so again.
Definitely.
It will be superb.
definitely. So, yeah, I'm gonna start with Mr. Leo. Tell us a little bit about your name, a little bit of what you do.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
My name is Mr. Leo De Dallas. I'm into IT, Agile, Scrum Master, Senior. All is that I'm into IT, guiding teams and working with teams.
Mhm.
And I've worked with different companies for the past couples of years that I've been in this space. And I've learned a lot too from other and their cultures as well. And this have really helped me to be able to make myself a very good refine to my community, and I'm pushing it to the community as well, serving the community, helping the community to come up and be who they are. Secondly, I'm from Cameroon and Northwest region, Bamenda Ndop. I'm from Ndop, Bamunkat Ndop, actually.
The rice.
Ndop rice, you can know popularly UNVDA Ndop rice. So that is exactly where I come from, and exactly I choose to see what I can do for the community and serving the community. And I stumbled on my brother here, JBA, who is into business, into shoes, clothing, and also he helped the community as much as he can. He's a community man. And I say, hey, let's do this. And we launched a tournament that just passed few weeks ago, and we are pushing it.
We'll go to all of that.
Okay.
We'll take a small.
Okay.
More talk, ask my boss, boss JB, tell us a little bit about you and your names, where you're from, and a little bit about what you do.
Well, my name is Joseph Bisson. So Joseph Are Bisson. And but my powerful name or my signature name is JB. That's why Joseph Bisson.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm called JB, I'm inspired by the word, by the name JB. So I call myself JB. So I like everyone to call me JB. So I come from Kimbong Village. Kimbong Village, Manu Division. My dad is Alfred Egbert Bisson. He's so late now. So I grew up in Kimbong and Limbe, you know, and you know, I was a pastor at one point of my life.
Wow.
You know, I ministered for about 10 years of my life.
Really?
Yeah, I had a ministry back in Cameroon, Rima
Wow.
Mission, and I was running a missionary camp. I trained missionaries, sent them to different countries. I had a church in Nigeria and stuff like that. You know, cut long story short, I'm not my pastor, but I'm still a child of God. I can still minister and stuff. I moved to a different branch of life. I'm a nurse right now, and I'm a businessman. But at the same time, my goal in all this is to reach people. So that's it about me. I am. I don't know what to say right now.
No, we'll get there. We'll get there definitely, because
I'm not trying to go ahead of.
no, I know how it feels. Like you feel, because I know you personally. one of those people who don't really know how to talk about themselves.
Yeah.
As in, you don't want to be like, oh, are you showing
Yeah,
off?
yeah.
Are you? So
Yeah.
sometimes it's really difficult
Yeah.
to. But then we'll get into all of that. Now, for the few people who are watching, I see someone already asking a question, and that is beautiful. How have you helped the community? Probably that question was from Mr. Leo. We'll get to that. But for now, let's just go ahead and share the video on WhatsApp. I'll send a link right now, and you can just maybe copy the link and paste to any group that you belong to, or WhatsApp or Facebook. That way, we have some few people watching, and then they can ask their questions, and then we can go ahead to. Mr. Leo, you know, so they live, right?
Is it for him to share or me to share?
I was for all we. I was.
Okay.
I'd already sent. I don't say the link.
Okay.
Just check your WhatsApp. Or no copy and last. Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't see him here. Yeah. Leo, you don't see him.
Yep.
You say you send the link already?
Man, send him for you now, JB. Yeah. So if you share the link for your WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I to share it, I just click on it and then I do
just
share,
copy
right?
them. If you long click, just
Okay.
press on top the link. You'll show you
Yeah.
copy.
So I just
you copy them and then now
it.
you paste them now for you.
Or I can just do forward. Let's see.
Yeah, we forward them.
Just forward. Forward.
Yeah. It's a person who already know what you don't do for community, we say you're helping the community. People are always, and that is one thing about life. People, it seems that people pay more attention to what you can do for them rather than what they can actually do for you. Someone tell me, say, if you're not getting to offer to people, never expect people around you. So okay, so can we continue?
Yes.
Yeah, we can continue.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why we're here today is actually to talk about the tournament that just ended, which was a very, very beautiful one. Most start with JB. How did you guys come up with the idea of how did you come up with the idea of the tournament?
Well, so I like people, or let me say, I love people, and I always believe that reaching people, having people is having power. Having people is having success. Having people is worth. Having people is healthy.
That's true.
So being inspired to run a business as a businessman, number one thing you need to succeed in your business is to have people.
That's true.
You cannot succeed in any business if you don't have people. So I have to reach out to my community first. If I have to reach out to the world, you have to start from where you are.
That's true.
To be able to reach out to the world. So to reach out to your community, you just cannot just reach out to them. You have to find out what is the common ground that we as a community, we can come together.
Yeah.
Somebody would not like, if I came up with a nursing seminar, say we're going to talk about heart attack or diabetes or high blood pressure and stuff like that, you will find less people coming there.
That's true.
Because I can come up with seminars talking about diabetes and high blood pressure, how to control it. Not everybody is going to come.
That's true.
But when I say soccer, I mean, everybody in Cameroon likes soccer.
That's true.
Even if it's a grandma, you will see grandma, that's how we grew up. Soccer was the thing.
Yeah.
So I figured that soccer is the only best way that I can come up with. So I decided, okay, I was going to set up a tournament where I was going to spend my own money to give it out there, you know, to sacrifice, to bring people together. So I can be a part of these people. So I can get their energy and they can get my energy. We can come together and become a powerful thing.
Okay. Wow.
So that is my idea of success.
Wow. I buy into that. I feel like that is how our community should think. I feel like that is what we should be doing, especially activities like that to bring the community together. Do our best to make sure, okay, people understand why we are here and how we can work together as a community to help everyone grow. Mr. Leo, you're actually the brain behind the organization. I remember I called your brother JBA and I was like, hey, say, no, call Mr. Leo. Oh, talk to Mr. Leo. I noticed on that day even, you were actually the one everybody was going to for this or for that or for that. Tell us a little bit about organizing the tournament. How did you feel and how did you feel knowing you were supposed to be the person that can actually connect the dots to make this event the success that it was?
Thank you so much, Toridey. I think that looking at what really took place, me and JB, we just sat and we had a conversation of how can we reach out to the community and how would the community be able to know that we are doing something big out there. JB say, hey, why don't we come up with soccer? I said, oh yeah, we can come up with a mini tournament, invite some teams, and then bring them together and they play with us. We thought of doing it like in a month time, but we realized that that's at the neck of time. So we decided to like push it from last year 2022 to this year 2023. So that idea was actually born back in October. So from October, November, December is activity time. So that is how we came up with this idea, and then we start building it up. I was the one at the forefront, like the coordinator. So I went out and started calling teams. So I reached out to Arlington Veteran and Epale. He was able to, Terry. I talked with Epale and Terry. They were able to accept to join and play. I talked to Kamda, the mother club in town. Kamda FC. I speak to Bruce, and Masango, the coaches who were involved, and they accepted to participate. I reached out to Frisco, and I spoke to Consti in Frisco, who is the coach there, and he accepted. And also, I also speak to Spencer, who is also there as the president of Frisco. And I also spoke to Fonny, and they accepted. We have President Ben Jamin, and also we have the coach there, who is his name is Kenny, DJ Kenny. And they all accepted, and we came up with a platform. We negotiated, we agreed on various ways to actually play the tournament. And then JB single-handedly say there will be no registration. So guess what? I'm going to sponsor it. I'm going to give first prize, I'm going to give second prize, and we're going to come to my shop, drinks and food. I'll provide it to the community, and music as well. And that is what took place. It wasn't easy. Maybe in the next questions, I will be able to tell you how tough it was.
Boss GB, like he said, you single-handedly financed this project. I don't want to go into the details because someone will say, wow, the guy take money who fee beats or has for Cameroon. He just put on, so would allow the talk for pay, we say throw and for water. But I don't think that's how you look at it, because I know you personally. Why do you think it was important for you to spend your hard-earned resources like this?
You see, there's a proverb that says, it says even in the Bible, because I believe in the word of God. And I believe that if you sow, you reap.
That's true.
It says, whatever a man soweth, that will he also reap. So, number one, I took everything upon myself because it was something that I wanted to do. I wanted it to be an inspiration. I wanted it to be something that I gave birth to it. I didn't want to depend on anybody. Now, if I say I didn't want to depend on anybody, I'm not saying I didn't want to depend on people because you need people. For example, I depend on Mr. Leo.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? But I'm saying everything about the money, the financial part of it that says and there's something, you need money for this, and need money for this, and need money for that. Because money is the energy behind it.
Yeah.
You can't do anything without money.
Yeah.
So money is very, very important. Whether we refuse, whether we accept or not, without money, all of that wouldn't have taken place. If we like, we go up, come down. Money has to be there. So I had to invest that money so that, because when you pay a price for something, right?
Yeah.
You get the result. So I wanted to pay that price. It's not like I have so much money. Like it wasn't painful. It was painful. But you have to pay the price for something to get a good thing. And that's why we saw the turnover and stuff like that. And and it was really wonderful. So people really put their soul in. When people came in, people were happy. You know, I know Mr. Leo put his whole, because he saw that I put in all. He also put in all.
Yeah.
So that was my reason to show that, you know, when we want to do something, we put in all. Now, if somebody had to say, okay, I want to help because I'm supporting your dream here, okay, they will be doing that because they have seen an example. This man put in all.
Yeah.
If somebody, Mr. Leo is putting in his all, I'm going to put in my all too. So the end result is that everybody is putting their all. Then it becomes a great empire.
Amen. Amen.
But if I had to say, okay, well, it will depend on everybody contributing. No, then it's not. It's not a dream.
Not a dream. Amen.
Wow.
The foundation.
Yes. For a dream, you have to sacrifice.
Yeah. Wow. I think that should be the keyword, my keyword for now, sacrifice. And that is the thing about people usually ask me, Sako, how do you choose your friends? How do you choose the people you want around you? How do you decide, okay, I feel like this person is, I say, in as much as we can say, oh, it's about the energy, it's about, at the end of the day, if we don't think alike, we will start to fight.
Yes.
You understand? So I have to identify people who, and for me, once I see somebody with that community mindset, that mindset of what can I do for my community? What can we do as a people to grow? I just feel naturally attracted to the person. Mr. Leo, what do you think is the future for this tournament?
The future is great, bright. It is gonna be flamboyant, elegance, big. What we are foreseeing for next year, we are already doing the groundwork. What we are foreseeing is that we're gonna do an African Nation Cup next year.
Wow.
That is, in a nutshell, we're going to bring African countries together. Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Congo, Ghana, just to name the few. So that each country is represented.
Wow.
Under the umbrella of JB Empire Tournament. And that is going to be a huge amount that will be mentioned when time comes. And I'm still ready to spearhead that big tournament coming up for next year.
Naturally, I feel like you're in the best place to do it. I've seen you in events while everyone is dressed. You by the way, you dress very well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wish for those who maybe I need to, by the way, I think they can see the shoes. Except they really want me to zoom in on that. And it's a JB product, right?
JB.
Is always
This JB
always,
stuff.
Yeah. So these products are actually, because you know I sell other brands. These are John Ricardo brands, but I sell them at my store too.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Leo got these ones from my store.
Wow. Very
but
comfortable.
But I do have my own brand. So I don't only sell my brands in my store. I promote other brands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was talking about Mr. Leo and the community-oriented person that you are. I meet you at events, dress beautifully, dress expensive, but then you still be the one picking bottles from here and trying to make sure
Mr.
this
Leo is awesome.
I true leave this place and go to that side, or that cocky comes from here and go to, which is a very beautiful thing. I just wish we can have more people like you in the community. At the end of the day, no people are paying attention. Even before, I remember one of the first times we met, it was, I think, we've met severally, but one of the first times we talked, it was at an event. I think it was wakekeeping or something. And you said to me, Toridey, bring me up. And I just looked at you like, this guy doesn't even know. I've had him in my mind for like the longest time. Like, but I was just waiting for the right time, because at the end of the day, you don't just bring people in because you want to bring people in. You bring people in because you feel like, okay, now I am ready to bring in this category of people, which is now for me is the time.
Awesome.
Boss JB.
Yeah.
By the way, for those who are watching, we want questions. We want questions. If you have any questions for Mr. Leo, let us know in the comment section. If you have any question for JB, any question, let us know. Not ask the other Somando Mario or Somando Mario, all of that. Ask questions that can help our community really grow.
Yeah.
So, Boss JB, now I want you to tell us a little bit about JB Empire, because I know the word JB Empire is JBA Empire.
Yes, JBA Empire.
Yeah, it's mentioned. JB Boutique is mentioned. Now we're starting to hear about JB Tournament, and somewhere that in there that day I heard about the JB Mall and all of that. Can you just take us through what the JBA Empire is? If there's a difference between that and JB Boutique, and just try to clarify us on those things.
Okay, so so this is a deal. Like the whole thing is a dream, right? So my dream is to be able to come up with JB products, shoes, shirts, jeans, sneakers, hats, watches, all of that, and all those different accessories,
Yeah.
And so the name behind this product is the JB products.
Okay.
Now the company is registered as JBA Empire LLC. Now JBA Empire LLC now runs a boutique, which is JB Boutique. So this JB Boutique is just a representation of the JB Mall.
Wow.
It's like a shadow. I believe in starting from one step at a time. Whenever I started this thing, I started buying stuff from China and little stuff, sell them. Then, I grew up and I started making my own stuff. So it's one step from, step at a time. So that is the dream and the vision, or the vision of JBA Empire. Wow. So the reason why we say Empire, because it's going to have the mall. It's going to have not just like, okay, it will have the tournament. It will have a car lot. So JBA Empire can sell cars, can run fashion, can many different branches of businesses. You see, so that's why we come out with that name JBA Empire, because it's like it's a whole empire with so many different ministries in it. Wow. So but my goal for the fashion is to end up with a mall where you would come in a normal mall where you will have restaurants inside, photo studios inside. You have men's stuff, women's stuff, kids. You have toys. You have like all these different branches, and you have that in every state. In every state, in every state, with a whole setup of management.
Wow.
So it's a big vision, but it's very easy to fulfill. Just the way I started fulfilling it now, it's just the same step I'll just follow.
Mr. Leo,
Yeah.
what comes to your mind when man, this is someone from our community. What comes to your mind when you see someone from our community with this vision that really, because for me, it scares me. It's huge. Like, what comes to your mind when you see someone like this, and especially knowing you close to him and you walking with him to help realize that dream?
Thank you so much. Thank you, Toridey. First of all, there is a saying that if you have a big dream and you tell it to a small mind, it's dead. If you have a big dream and you tell it to someone with dreams, he will be able to uplift you because he just fell on a fertile ground.
Yep, that's true.
When he had that dream, he talked to me about it couples of years ago. I remember that Joe used to buy stuff from China and shoes, some clothes. And he said, Mr. Leo, I will go into business and I'll make you blossom. I'll go into cars, I'll go into shoes, fashion. And I said, okay, when are you starting? Because it's important to start. And I will advise you as a brother, as a friend, to start from small and then grow. So can you start from the house? So he did that. He went to Turkey, he went to Italy, he went to different countries in Europe, Dubai, and came up with jewelries, bought stuff, shoes, clothing. But he came back, and when I went to his house, the entire living room upstairs was filled with stuff. I was so confused. I was like, this is it. This is it, Joe. He went back again, got connection with some of the textile industries, engineers, and they start coming up with texture of what he should produce. And he was calling me on the video, and I was seeing what was going on. Then he pushing money, and today we had the store. And tomorrow we're going to have a more. And that is how he have been doing. How have I been able to help him? I promote him a lot. I share his things everywhere.
Wow.
My family shop from there. My friends, they shop at JB. Those out of state and in state, even Austin. I have one guy who is popularly or everywhere too, great MC, Petit Libota.
Yeah.
He said, Leo, I love your stuff. Where did you get it from? I said, JB Boutique. This is the address. Go on Google and type JB Boutique, and it will just show up with the address. And you just drive there. In my community, in Gokotunja community, they want to buy those stuff. They go there. They use my name and they give them 25% discount.
Wow.
Anytime you mention Mr. Leo at any JB Boutique location, 25% off at any time.
Wow. You just mentioned Gokitunja. I don't know. I need to have them as a group
Cultural group,
yeah. So kind of like the president, maybe the vice president, to just talk about the association, because I realized you guys, you have something really beautiful going on.
I'm part of the EXCO.
The EXCO.
Yeah.
Okay, then talk to them. Let me know when you guys are coming up.
I will talk to them.
I need 3 to 4 people. We just want to sit and talk about the beautiful things you've been doing.
Excellent.
Boss JB, at this point in time, what would you like to tell our community, especially when it comes to business, and maybe how they can support you, what they should be doing right, or what you expect from them to help you realize the dream? Because it is true, you share it with your closest friends, and you guys are pushing already. You've pushed already, you've invested a lot. But at this point in time, what do you want to say to our community with regards to the business?
So what I want to say to my community is that, like I always say, people, love people, support me. I'm one of yours. If you support me, buy from me. Whenever you think about buying a shirt, come buy from me first. Buy from any other member of our community that is selling a shirt. If you buy, there is this guy, G-Money, he sells shoes.
Yeah.
He sells shoes. There's Don Murphy. Come buy from us.
Fee fashion.
All these guys, because I'm not only saying buy from me, but buy from all of us.
Yeah.
Because you cannot only wear a JB product. But you want to have a JB product. You want to have a G Money's product. We have Don Murphy's product. We need all this You can't only have Chevy, but if you choose to only buy JB, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you choose to only buy
G
G-Money's
Money.
product, fine. If you choose to buy Don Murphy or Stallion, all these other guys are into fashion. You know, we should. It's not a war. The world is big. So my thing I want to say is, buy from me, support me, because tomorrow, if you have your birthday party, your baby shower, who is coming to contribute? It is us who are coming to contribute.
That's true.
You invite us, we come and contribute there.
Make it go around.
So let's make it go around, because if you go, you buy somebody who is selling at the mall, which I don't refuse that, don't go buy. But
think about
they will not think about you to come and support you in your event.
Yeah, we'll make it go around.
I will come and support you, and which I do. We all know. Whenever I go to any occasion, I give nothing less than $300.
Yeah, you always support.
And I don't even know some of the people. It's not that I'm close to them, or I just give.
I just invite.
Where is that money come from? That's my hard-earned money. I could keep it in my pocket. But somebody you don't know don't even know you exist.
Oh yeah.
So when you support me, you're simply supporting yourself.
Wow, that's true.
When you make me wealthy, you're making yourself wealthy.
Wow.
So that's my theory. Don't take me as your enemy, because I will still give to you when you have a problem.
Wow.
I will still come and support in your wakekeepings. We are all in the same groups.
That's true.
When they say Kamdan member's father has died, it is us who are supporting. Mr. Leo will give, I will give, you will give, all of us. So why not come to Toridey for your problem? Why not come to Mr. Leo for soya? Why not come to JB for sure? Like, let us make the money go around.
Let the money go
Build ourselves and let's go up.
Let the money go around.
Mr. Leo, he just mentioned soya, and tell us a little bit about that. Is that just passion? Is that just for fun, or is it the business you're trying to start? Is it something?
I'm a man of different talents. I was born with a lot of talent in me, and I'm trying to exploit them. And cooking
is one of them.
Is one of them. Mentoring is one of them. Serving the community, picking trash, barbecuing, working for people for thank you. Just like I did the tournament, coordinated tournament. It wasn't easy. For thank you for Joe. He did not pay me for that. Ex-Malaya came here for Brother Solo. I ran the whole show for them. Make sure they have food and make sure they are comfortable. It's for thank you. When Mr. Julius Tower, who is my mentor, had his 50th birthday, the CEO of Maxi Serenity Consulting, I was at the top of organization. It was for thank you. It's part of my talent. So soya is passion. It's passion, and I'm looking in the future that in the future I should open Africa Barbecue, right? Let's say Agus Soya.
Yes.
Arlington should have one.
Yeah.
And all the cities, Maryland and everywhere, Houston, Cameroon, Douala, Yaoundé, Bamenda, Boya, everywhere, Limbe.
Nigeria, even.
Nigeria. They should have Agus beef. Let my spices speak for me. Let my spices go to the wall.
Yes.
There should be something that I retire with. I don't want to retire working for somebody in his IT firm. Of course, I'm making good money there, working as in the IT. But I don't want to be running morning and evening for somebody. Let me employ people to work for me. Just like JB Boutique, G Money, GFA, Don Murphy, Stallion, Fig. You here, Toridey, the media. You are the media, Toridey. You are employing people already. In the occasion, I see some girls, some guys, some young guy. I love that young guy. He was snapping picture, and I was like, man, are you really doing it right? And that guy was like, let me snap you again. I said, okay, take a picture of me again. And he did. You know, this is it. This is community getting big.
Yeah.
But back in the days, 10 years back, we didn't know about that. We knew about warehouses, just working and then trying to build houses back home. Hey, just for FYI, for entire those Cameroonians Nigerians, Africans here. Take care of yourself first. Build your empire around your location. Build houses in Cameroon. Build business there. But watch the business that you have here, because the one back home is for family back home. The one here is for you and your immediate family.
Wow.
And the money in your account is not your money until you are able to spend it on yourself. And that is why I go to JBA Boutique to buy clothes for myself, shoes for myself, and then I eat, because that is the only thing that I will take to me to the grave. Thank you.
Wow. Oh man, this is going really good. And someone just said something. Man no go buy something we no fine. Because he wants support. When your team find people go support you where you no even do publicity. Personally, I don't feel like you understand what we're trying to say. We're not forcing people to buy stuff from us. We're not forcing people to support us because we come from their community. We are just letting them know that this is how we can work to get things to a better place. Trust me, we are doing a lot. We are putting in a lot, and we are not fools. We understand these things. We actually measure up with other communities. For instance, Toridey, I'm into media, I'm into pictures, I'm into videos. You understand? I understand the quality of work I can do. I understand the quality of work I understand what I can bring to the table. So when I go out there and say, hey, my community, please support me, it's not because I just want to say support me. I will not come here to say, hey, go and buy from JB because I just want to say no. When I say buy from JB or I bring JB to this place, it's because I have tested, I know him, I know the product and all of that. Now, when we say support, like I said earlier, we are not actually saying you must. No, we are saying there are so many ways you can support. You actually giving us a constructive criticism is supporting us. Go there, get something, go to the website, look at everything. Hey, okay, this website, I think you guys should have done it like this. Like that's already buying from us. That's helping us grow. So don't mistake what we're saying to mean you must consume our product because we're coming from your community. No. What we are just saying is we are doing all of this. Pay attention to what we are doing so we can all grow as a community. I don't know if
again, let me just add a little bit of light on that.
Yes.
You see the light bulbs we use? The person that actually created light bulb made 200 mistakes. I mean, he tried it 200 times and he failed. And today we are using light bulbs everywhere. Even under the water, under the bed, we have light bulbs. Some people put it in their body, right? This plastic plates and cups that we are using today, the design one, right? The person that owned that industry, he filed bankruptcy 14 times. Go and Google it. Do your research. Disney World filed bankruptcy until he almost gave up. He never gave up because he believed in his dream. The person for the plastic company never gave up because he believed in a dream. Guess what? We used to use the plastic bag when you pour drink inside, it just break in your hands, right?
Yes.
It doesn't happen today. We are moving towards perfection. Toridey will not be perfect, but he's driving towards perfection. JB Boutique stuff will not be perfect, but he's driving towards perfection. Gucci, Versace, and all of that, they started from somewhere, they are somewhere. Mr. Leo will make soya for you. It will not be perfect, but we are driving towards perfection. And that is how we grow as a community.
JB,
yeah, so that's just what I thank God for that question or that statement, because I was going to talk about that. You know, I personally am not a perfect guy, you know, and there's no perfect person. Now, when you start a business, you can never be perfect. You only learn as you go and you gain experience. That's why a lot of times some companies, they want to hire an experienced person, but how do you get experience if you don't?
Where did they get the experience from?
Where did they get the experience from? You know, they have to start from somewhere. When I started as a nurse, brand new nurse, man, I made so many mistakes. But now I'm really experienced. There are some things I will not do that I did before. It's just like when I started the boutique, when I started started making products, when I started making my own shirts, shoes, suits, and all of those things, right? Now, I still have the first batch of things which I made, like the shoes, men's shoes, women's shoes. Now, there's a lot of mistakes that are made there. Because I was trying to make it also. It was my first time. So I don't know I didn't know what to tell the company that, okay, do this, do exactly.
way,
So they took advantage of my vulnerability, and then they made something that is not actually how. For example, they make the shoes well, right?
Yes.
If I say make me a red bottom shoe, they made the shoe well, but then they painted the
red bottom.
They painted the red bottom instead of getting a red bottom sole,
which is expensive.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the purpose of when I made those shoes, they were supposed to be sold at a different price. But when I realized that, oh, that is what they did, because now the red bottom will actually fit, but the shoe is good, but the red bottom will not remain. So I now reduce the prices of the shoes. Now I have to lose. Same with the heels. When they made the women's shoes, the high heels for the women, they didn't make it the way I expected. So I reduced the prices to $55 per shoe, but that's not the price I was supposed to put it. So everything, but what do I do? Am I going to throw those things away? I still have to sell them, but at a loss.
Yeah,
correct.
And that's why I'll even explain to people that this particular item is this way, this particular item is this way. But for the suits are good.
Awesome.
You see, so I have a lot of good things, but there is room for improvement. Next creation, manufacturing of stuff will be even better and better and better and better.
Wow.
So every company like Louis Vuitton, they didn't start now. They started like that. Sometimes you have Mercedes companies, they will do a recall of cars that they have made because they realize that the stuff that in there that were not, things were not made well. But they put it out there for people to try them. Then they get the criticism and then they do a recall. Okay, everybody that bought this car from this year to this year, bring it back.
Wow. Porsche the same.
So it's the same with every business, it's the same with everything.
Yeah, I think thank you very much. Thank you guys for that clarification. And the guy, the brother who actually brought up that point also made a clarification online. I know JB, he got good stuff, and so and sorry if it seemed like I misinterpret you. No, I just decided to use your question to throw a little bit of light on people who think that way.
It's a good point. Yeah.
So what he was actually trying to say is, I know JB, he has good product, but then maybe you guys cannot force me or convince me to go buy from some other person. That was the reason why I felt like, you know what, let's just address this issue of people thinking our community, when we say support each other or support the community projects and all of that, we are actually pushing you towards supporting mediocrity. You understand? No, it's not like we're pushing you towards supporting mediocrity. We are like, even if somebody is doing something that's not at best at the moment, we should always look for a way to support them and help them grow. It seems like you wanted to say something.
Just a great information to the community. For my growth to be where I am today, I did not just fold my arms and go to bed and then realize the dream. For you to actually realize your dream, you need to be able to stay up in the night. That is when you say, I have a dream. You have a dream when you cannot go to sleep. That is a dream. People that succeed, if you have not shown me how many times you have failed, you are not a successful person. You reap it from somebody. It wasn't your sweat. Wow. If you touch the hands of Nelson Mandela, and you will know that there's a difference between realizing a dream through effort and work and failures. You have to face several times to be able to know a single thing. There is no day for you to succeed in a blue or in it's not a walk in the park. If you ever get in the plane and the pilot announced to you that I'll be your pilot, your main pilot for today, taking you to Cameroon from DFW Airport or Atlanta or wherever. And this is my first day lifting this plane to Cameroon. Guess what? Everyone will say, please, let me out. So what we are saying here is that we are driving towards that level of greatness where we will have so much experience. I am still learning. I just learned one thing at the beginning of this year, because by now everyone have forgotten about what they wrote for their New Year resolution. We are only 4 months into the year. If you ask anyone about a New Year resolution, they've forgotten it. But if you have already put your own into practice, like, okay, I will study DevOps this year. I will study this part of IT this year. I will study this part of nursing this year. I will specialize this way. I will do business. I will go to London. Joe have already gone there twice to Europe. And
more than twice, more than three times.
3 times.
More than 4
Just
times.
to tell you that he's already achieving his own New Year resolution.
I've been there more than 5 times.
So what I'm saying here again is that do not just say, I have a New Year resolution without implementing it. It's a waste of time. My people, again, it is never late to start something and succeed. Just ask Toridey, how can I get here? And Toridey will direct you to somebody. Either me, Joe, or somebody in the community that will take care of you.
Wow.
That is it.
Now, you just brought up another good point I want us to talk about before we round up. What should our community be doing to get better, especially because at the end of the day, what most of us are doing is actually laying down a foundation. I know for sure is you talked about the JB Empire, and even if you will not get to that place where you actually see it come to realization, you must have already laid the foundation for young JB to carry things. Voila. So I think that, and that's the same thing for all of us. We are not the generation who was just thinking about themselves. It's either I do it or I just find my own for job. Deep beginning, I'll just send them to school and then anyhow they want to do me, they do. What do you think our community should know about building businesses like what we're doing right now and actually laying the foundation? So even if we are not there, someone else can run with the whole with the idea, with the whole project.
Yeah, so this is my thing. I always will go back to the point that I say you need people.
Very true.
I don't care whatever you do in this life, you need people. You cannot be an island. So whenever you choose to become an island, you have decided to start failing in life.
Wow.
So if you hate me, you have decided to start failing in life. Because that person that you are hating might be the person that will build a house that somewhere that you are looking for a house to rent and that house belongs to him. Or might be the person that is selling the only thing you need in the city and that's the only place you can find it. Or might be the person that becomes a doctor tomorrow to treat your child. Or the person you're hating might be the one that is going to marry your daughter. It can go on and on and on. So business and to build a foundation of the business and to consider that business in the generation to come, you have to have people. That means you have a management team. Like for me now, I have employees. As the time is going, my son is growing, I'm going to bring him to teach him, to show him how this thing is being done. I'll put that in his mind. I've already said before my son gets to 15 years, I must have taught him IT, DevOps, all those things, business. I'll put in his brain to know. I'll start to teach him management. So there's a way you can set up management that even if you are not today, that management team is still running your business in the name of the family. But there are legal things that you could put. That this management team is bound to remain. Even though my son runs this company, you cannot fire certain people. And these certain people cannot go above this level. So that continues.
Wow.
And if this person dies, the ones that remain will elect another person into that chair so that it continues. So nobody can do anything.
That's true.
Only time that somebody can be fired is if you go against certain rules. Then the group say, okay, now we have to kick you out because now you are bringing destruction to the company. So we have to remove you and bring in somebody who will go in line with it.
That's true.
So that is how you build, and it remains. Just like Jesus had to look for his disciples. And for Christianity to remain where he was not, the disciples scattered and spreaded the word of God. And so we are getting it now. So that's my idea.
Wow. Wonderful conversation. I don't want us to drag this live too long. We are already at 50 minutes already.
Yeah.
Mr. Leo, what would be your message to the community at this point?
My message to the community is that we should learn to be each other keeper. We should learn to grow with each other. Treat everybody just like you're treating yourself. No matter their character, no matter their ways of life, take them as a person. Treat them as a person. Let's put our hands together in this community to grow. Let's be able to inspire the younger ones into.
I'll send you a text.
You should be able to inspire the younger ones to be able to come up, and let's take our eyes off those that criticize us. Because if they do not criticize you, you are not going to be a better person.
Very true.
If they don't say you talk too much, then you will not learn how to mind your business. If they don't say you do not talk, you will not know how to express yourself. Let's learn to grow as a community. Let's learn one thing at a time. There are many things to learn. Let's go and ask JB, how is this business going? Can I join you and learn how to do this business? Come to Toridey and ask him, I like this business. How do I do it? Come to me, go to other business people, Chef Colette, and ask them, how did you get here? How can I become like you? Again, do something that your heart is lifted for. Don't do something because you need immediate money. You will fail over and over. But if you do something for passion, you will succeed any day, anytime, because that is who you are. Pele, the guy that just died, Pele means soccer. So he plays soccer in such a way that they call him football. Be like Messi. When they say Messi, you know about football. Be like Michael Jackson. When they say Michael Jackson, you know about music. He is music. That is, they talk about JB, you know about his quality fashion. Talk about G Money, you know about GFL fashion shoe. They talk about Grand Julo, you know about him mentoring 300 millions of people. He's about mentoring. That's his life.
Wow.
When they call somebody, know what he's all about. When they talk about Cheso, you should know why he's mentoring the community, working for the community, saving the community. They talk about Mr. Liu, you know about me picking trash, doing things for the community. That is who you should be. Let's be able to influence others positively.
Wow. I like the idea of picking from that passionate place, that place where you enjoy. Because I think that's I've talked with JB, and from what he was saying, he told me so many times is, bro, this thing for me is passion. That's the reason why I can invest my time and everything. Even when everybody looks at like, okay, what did he actually gain from this?
Nothing.
Me doing that already or for him doing that already is fulfillment. That's the same thing I tell people about Toridey. The amount of time I invest in here, the amount of resources I invest in here, sometimes you never believe. But guess what? For me, I just want to see the video comes out good. I just want the sound quality is good, and I'm fulfilled. I don't care if I did 1 week trying to figure out whatever. Like, that's the happiness for me. And I just wish our community can get to start thinking like that. However, I think the community is making so much progress. Yeah, my brother just said the community is not actually supporting like they're supposed to be supporting. That is true, but I think especially within the last years, since we've had people coming out to share their ideas, share their product, share their creativity, we've seen the community starting to come together and starting to see why they're supposed to support each other, supposed to support one another. You see JB is mentioning GFL is mentioning Stallion. We expect every other person, Stallion, to mention people Don Murphy who are far ahead of us, when they go to those big places, mention where you're coming from. Me and you were listening to Libyanka earlier, and we're like, whether I like it or not, you listen to the song, you just be like, hey, there's Cameroon in that song. But it's a world-class song right now. So I feel like that's just what we can do. We can continue to do as a community to get us to where we want to be. I think I got this from you, Mr. Leo. You say if now you be the only rich man for your area, no, so you be poor man.
Poorest man.
Because if you know if you're not careful, every other person of that community they target you.
Yep.
Boss JB. Yep. Boss JB. Tell us a little bit about the tournament for next year.
So we're gonna have the JB tournament is gonna be every year. So like I discussed with Mr. Leo the other time, I said the next year it will be something that involve all the African countries. Well, not all, but at least some. We can't get all the African countries because it will be too many teams.
Yeah.
But we can get some of the African teams, African countries to become a part. So it'll make it to be like an African Nations Cup. So we will get a bigger trophy. As to say, like this past tournament, the first prize was $1,500 plus the cup. But now we might put something 5,000, 7,000, for the first prize. To make it look bigger and more. Yeah, so we get a bigger community. So we come out as a sense of one. And so during that time, we'll have like people for this one now, people will actually register if they want to come and sell. If you want to come and sell something, maybe you want to come and showcase your business, and you want us to put you in the adverts as and stuff like that. So it's gonna be greater. So I just want to put that out there that it is coming, and it's gonna be. Actually, I was actually thinking about it yesterday that maybe we would still keep the various teams. Like for example, if we have Frisco, Kamda, and so it will be so we just involve a Nigerian team. If there are two Nigerian teams, whoever wins. Yeah. Two Kenyan teams. So we just involve all the individual teams to play. It's not going to be like all the Cameroonian team select their best players to play one season, but it's just still going to be Funi, Kamda. So we get 8 teams, but from different countries. We might have 4 teams from Cameroon, 1 team from a different country, 1 team from Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria. So it will still make it. But whichever team wins, take the cup.
No.
So that is how the tournament next year is going to be. It's going to be greater. Are we going to start to call them and start preparing really hard for that? And it's just going to be, and probably we'll add like a gala night after that.
I think that would be good.
So we'll make it like even more fun.
Yeah, I think from what you're saying, it's very, very possible to do just that. Because at the end of the day, there's TVT coming up.
Yes.
So the whole idea can be, let's say the first 3 teams for TVT or the first 4 teams for TVT automatically qualify if they want to participate in the Nations Cup.
Yes.
I know even in the Nigerian community, the Kenya, all those communities, they have their small.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say we go to a Liberian community and they don't have this competition, but they have a club.
Yeah.
Then we can just bring in the club.
Yeah.
But for a community like our community, which has more than 10 to.
Yeah.
So we encourage every person to partake in the TVT. So that way the first 3 or the first 4 or the first 2 automatically qualify for.
I'm actually one of the sponsors in that TVT.
Yeah. Mr. Leo, I know you're from Funing and you guys are hosting the TVT. What's up? Tell us.
Oh, TVT. TVT stands for Texas Veteran Tournament. I was actually present for the one last year. When I want to say something, I always start from the past one, so that we do a retrospective of what really transpired, and then we look at what is happening this year, because we always work towards improving.
Yeah.
So last year it was not that much. There was a lot of loopholes, and Funny participated last year. We came out with 4 points, which means we won 1 team and then we draw 1 team, and then San Antonio. They actually won the TVT last year,
yeah.
and they are the winner. So they're gonna be the defending champion for this year. Going forward, this year is bigger, bigger in the sense that we're gonna have 3 days of total fun as compared to last year. Friday is a welcome party. Saturday we're gonna have a gala night after the first play of the tournament. Then we have Shea Luntom, who will be here as our guest artist. And then we have Richard Keynes, we have our TK, who will also be animating as well. And this is Funny sponsoring all of this. Funny Sport Club. Funny have 3 teams, but let me be very specific. We are talking about Funny Sport Club, the mother club of Funny. Wow. I belongs to the mother club of Funny. We're about 100 and something in that club. And there are other branches. You know why there should be branches? So that they can support the mother club to grow too. And they can also grow. Growth is allowed in the community. So Funny is ready. We already have the catering ready. They have the fee ready. They have the referees ready. They have everything ready for that day. The medical team, insurance, just to name the few. And we are still working towards that day. We are still doing little finer touches to make sure that we have a successful TVT at the end of the day, so that it should pass with no problem.
I trust you now when it comes to planning and all of that. By the way, now I want to be Silicon Valley. So if you come to the resources, I think you have enough. Boss JB, tell us a little bit about if someone was supposed to locate the shop, where are they supposed to go?
So if you are supposed to locate me, also you could just type on Google's JB Boutique Carlton, Texas. It will bring you right to my shop. So the address of my shop is 2408 East Trinity Mills Road, Suite 112, Carlton, Texas, 75006. And my phone number is 918-409-3897. You can always reach us through that. So that's really how you find us. The easiest way is just type JB Boutique Carlton, Texas, and just put direction. It will bring you right there to my store.
Well, thank you guys very much for your time. Thank you very much for coming. I hope we can do this once a month. Mr. Leo, I know me and you get one program the way you plan for do.
I know.
Boy JB Boutique. Me and you already been a partner, whether you like it or not.
No, I like them.
Thank you guys.
I know beer.
Thank you guys very much for everything. I think we should continue doing things like this.
Yeah, of course.
Whenever you're in town, we want to have a hangout, just talk about our community, talk about what we can do to grow as a community.
No, we should do that.
I know you guys are really busy, but like you said, we just have to build that thing around us that help us grow naturally. For those who did watch, thank you guys very, very much. Thank you for the comment.
Thank you, everyone.
Max the boss, thank you very, very much for your participation. My brother Ngwese Eric.
Thank you.
Boss Ayok Eliko. If I saw you people,
I tried to call Ayok, but I couldn't get him.
I would send on a link more. I've even joined, but like we don't talk. We'll make sure so we gather. I don't know if we should call it a business hangout or something.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out where just business minds, people, community-oriented people, we just get together and have this conversation. Now, the small to it I've got out today. Oof.